Hi, my name is Ashley Moore. I am currently a junior here at UNCG. I am doing fully online programs as I recently transferred from UNC Charlotte. Something about me is that I recently moved to Kansas this summer and I'm living with my boyfriend who is in the military. So I picked up all my stuff from North Carolina. This is my ESA Ronnie. He is one of my pets. I love him. He's a baby. He's one of the best puppy or dogs I've ever met. On to some of the questions. So how do I define violence? Violence to me is not just a physical act. I view violence as any form of negative verbal abuse or even obviously physical that hurts somebody physically or emotionally that leaves a lasting impact, whether big or small, short term or long term. So I noticed this, when people hit each other or when there's very bad verbal arguments that really tear down at people and create a lot of anger and confusion and a lot of really big emotions that sometimes we don't always know how to deal with. So some of the aspects that I really want to dive in those is interpersonal communication and relationships. So I'm really big on wanting to be an assault counselor and a trauma specialist, and then more counseling and verbal aspects. So for me, violence is very big, and the issues we have one-on-one and with small groups of people and where they stem from and how people deal with them and the ways that things get increasingly worse or can get better. So that for me, working with those intimate relationships is really big for me in this class. And then as long as that, when I feel like you start with this smaller group of people, whether it's 2 or 3 people, being able to understand those root issues with violence and where it stems from allows for a better interpretation and way to fix the larger scale of violent actions. And I believe the causes of violence, especially in modern day, is a lack of being able to identify, communicate, and understand someone's feelings or your own feelings. This, to me, I've seen since I was little with my dad. When my parents got divorced, was he kept to himself. He was easily tempered, and in return, he didn't talk to anyone about it until he exploded, whether that was on us or on other people. And it just turned into a lot of anger and aggression and violence, all simply stemming from the fact that he couldn't identify and accept his feelings and learn how to deal with them. I also noticed this in relationships, when in abusive relationships, when someone doesn't, let's say a guy or even a girl, when they get so angry because they don't communicate or they're not on the same page, and some people don't know how to respond, they take it out physically on people. Or even emotionally by using very harmful verbal words that, cause things to just go south really fast. And I think that in return, it's mainly stemming from the underlying factor of our feelings and how we act. This, for me, also can be seen with criminals. They have something going on in their brain that either they don't understand or they don't communicate, and in return, their actions come out. Whether it's how they feel or it's personal or something's just mentally not fully developed up there that causes that. So that's kind of how I'm viewing all of this in the terms of states of violence. I've even seen it now with the Black Lives Matter and lack of being able to communicate and hearing and understanding people's feelings. It's turned for a lot of people to become loiters and destroy things as their form of getting heard. Other people are peacefully protesting. But overall, it's lack of being able to feel like you're understood or being able to listen to someone. In return, people get mad, and some people take it out physically, some use it with words. But that's what I'm really interested in, is just finding the internal reasons for all of it and how better to fix it and aid in creating a better solution instead of turning violent. And so that's how I feel about all that. Say bye, Ronnie. Say bye.